Hello, and welcome to the first of a n number amount of Wildstorm Lightning tutorials. These tutorials are for the alpha version of Wildstorm Lightning and are being produced during Wildstorm Lightning Release 2. Any future changes to Wildstorm will be noted in the commit notices on the Wildstorm Lightning Alpha GitHub. So, without further ado, let's get into learning how to use Wildstorm. The first thing you might want to ask about Wildstorm, though, is what is it? Wildstorm Lightning is a game engine, which is a tool or a platform developers can build on to make video games. It handles mundane tasks that developers don't really want to write over and over again. So, without further ado, now let's get started in learning about Wildstorm Lightning. In Wildstorm, there will be several fundamental things that you're going to create. There will be entities, there will be levels, and there will be scan areas. Scan areas are currently deprecated, so we are not really going to go over them today. So, levels are pretty self-explanatory. They pretty much contain objects. Levels have what we call in Wildstorm 3 states. In Wildstorm, when we talk about states, the word state can be interchanged with the word script. So, hence, levels have 3 scripts. Before I go more in depth on these, you might want to ask, what is a script? A script is a segment of code that can be used to call different functions from the engine. If you're not familiar with programming, I would go learn the Lua programming language first. So, in a state in Wildstorm, the entire power of the engine is at your fingertips. The entire engine is focusing on that current script. In each of the level's 3 scripts, or states, different things happen. In the initialized state, it is one of 2 states that is run once. That happens when you create an instance of a level. The refresh state is called every frame. So you can picture a long line of movie tape. Each state, or each call of refresh, would be a frame. Then, of course, the last state, destroy, is called when the level is destroyed. Entities come in 3 flavors. Wildstorm has something called an HCS, which allows you to expand upon these flavors. However, we will not go over it in this video. The 3 flavors that entities can come in Wildstorm Lightning are mobile, positional, and oddly enough, entity. So, what's the difference? And what is an entity exactly? An entity is like a game object. So maybe Mario or a block in Mario would be considered an entity in Wildstorm Lightning. However, Mario might be considered a mobile entity since Mario can move, and a block on the ground might be considered a positional entity since it cannot move, but it does have position. Entities in general cannot be seen. They do not have position or orientation. So, they might be used as something like a sound manager. Entities can have up to 4 scripts, but there are 3 fundamental scripts, since a regular entity cannot have one of them. The 3 fundamental scripts are initialize, refresh, and destroy. They are similar to what happens in the level. Initialize is called when an instance of an entity is created. Refresh happens every frame, like in a movie. And destroy happens when an entity is destroyed. So, the last mystery state is physical behavior. Physical behaviors happen at the same time or slightly after refresh happens. And those are typically used to manage physics, as implied by their name. So, this is a lot of information. So you may want to re-watch this video and let it sink in a little bit, and then move on to the next one. Until then, I hope to see you in the next video.